So the craziest part about the Hyundai raid is that those 500 people roughly were actually just engineers here on a non-working visa. But a non-working visa, right, is not necessarily you not being able to work. It's just you not being able to work and get paid by American company, which these engineers are not. These engineers were not being paid by an American company. They were brought here from Hyundai, and Hyundai was going to pay them when they got back to South Korea. All they did was come here to help Americans figure out how these machines work, to kind of fix them up, build them up, and then teach people how to actually use these machines. But now all these jobs, potentially thousands and thousands of jobs in Georgia, are now essentially just like dead in the water. All this because one person decided to call a raid, right, on this Hyundai plant, which affected 500 families, which in the future therein affected not only the relationship between the United States and South Korea, two nations, right? One person essentially fucked the relations between two big nations, two big countries. But you now affected potentially thousands and thousands of like people in like Georgia that had a job waiting for them in this Hyundai plant, right? And and the president of South Korea, or what, whoever he is, he was like, hey, like, we're gonna slow down production, or this thing's gonna slow down. Korean people are extremely polite. He's basically saying you guys are fucked and we're gonna pull out. Like they don't tell you straight in your face like, hey, yeah, we're fucking done or whatever. They just kind of hope that you get the point because they're polite and they don't want to hurt or be uncomfortable or make you uncomfortable. So in my opinion, are they gonna pull out? I think potentially it's a very high yes, because when, as far as my familiarity with Koreans, they tend to be a little bit more respectful and polite when they try to like tell you stuff, right? Instead of being like, hey, you suck, or hey, whatever, they just kind of say like, hey, maybe you should slow down, or production, or blah, blah, blah. But, that basically means that they're going to maybe potentially get the fuck out. Also, they're chartering a flight to get all of the people impacted from the raid back to South Korea. So not only are they bringing everybody back to South Korea, essentially all, all production, everything that was coming out of that plant is now unofficially halted. Because if you now bring back 500 engineers who are helping you do stuff here in America, that essentially just comes to like a flat out halt. But, one person did this, impacted two nations. It's nuts.